Neil in Seattle, Washington writes to me and he says, I've heard you say your speakers are flat off axis and don't need toe in, which gives a huge, wide soundstage. That is true. But I'm wondering, doesn't that create more room reflections? Doesn't it smear the center image or mess with focus? I've always been taught to aim speakers right at the listeners. So how do you get the best of both worlds, wide soundstage without sacrificing imaging? Well, I suppose there's a bit of truth to that, although I would have to say in most rooms, particularly in ours, because of its width, we're like 15 feet wide, if I remember, 14 feet wide. You don't really have a problem with that. Whether the speakers are here or here, you're not going to get too much bounce off of the wall difference between those two types. But let's imagine that you have a smaller room, and let's imagine that that is a problem for you, which I don't think it is in ours. What do you do about it? Well, as everything we do, which is based on some sort of compromise, right? I mean, we're trying to make magic in our listening rooms, and to do that, we often have to take certain actions. So we know, as you talked about, if you angle them in to the listener, you're going to wind up having a great center image. You're not going to have as much problem on the outer walls, but it's at the expense of your soundstage width. I'm enamored with the idea of just closing my eyes and hearing the musicians in front of me, extending beyond the edges of the speakers, which the Aspens will do because their off-axis response is so broad, right? Diffusion. That's what you're going to do. You're going to have to then add diffusion to the sidewalls. Now that could be in the form of a bookcase, furniture. Do it like I do it, put actual diffusers up. It's not that big a deal. It's a Saturday afternoon. So if you do have that problem, exacerbated to some degree by placing your speakers straight forward. And to be clear, we don't place them straight forward. We angle them in just enough. And this is something I cover in the Audiophile's Guide, that series of books. I angle them in just a little bit. We start flat, and then we angle in until the soundstage starts to move, and then turn them back. And make sure that the center image, and pull them this way and that way to get the center image right. But all that said, if it does become problematic, you treat the room. It's that simple. All right? Thanks for the question. Talk to you tomorrow.